I think glaringly obvious at this point is the focus by the defense moments ago on that audio clip where we hear Alex say something to the effect of, "I did him bad," or "they did him bad." They slow that clip down to 1/3 speed. Talk about the defense's strategy and was it successful? Jonna, I'll start with you.
I have one word, Marni. This was a wow moment for the defense. Yesterday, when this was initially testified to, the prosecution thought it had a Perry Mason moment on its hands. The defense just popped that like a balloon when it slowed down the audio and planted the seed in the jury's mind that, look, maybe he said I, maybe he said they. It actually reminded me, do you remember a long time ago in social media, there was this challenge where you heard some noise and you couldn't tell whether it was saying Yanni or Laurel? It's kind of the same effect. And if the jury doesn't agree with which one it is, again, big points scored for the defense here.
Well, and Stuart, whether you heard I or they there, the question then that the defense asked this witness was, if you thought he said I did him bad and he was a suspect, the main suspect in the murders, why would you not have followed up with a question? Why would you not have written it down?
So I will answer it based upon my experience, because as a skilled and trained investigator, when you get a potential person of interest or a target who basically potentially implicates themselves, meaning gives a statement, almost a spontaneous statement where they implicate or incriminate themselves, you do not, and I underscore, do not want to give that person an opportunity to rehabilitate themselves, because all of a sudden now they realize, oops, I said something that could implicate or incriminate myself, and the cops did exactly what I would have done. The recording speaks for itself. Why would I want to give this person who has the years of experience? This is a skilled trial attorney. This guy is a known fraudster. Why do we want to give him an opportunity to clean up this spontaneous statement? Leave it as is. The prosecutor, during their closing argument, will leave it to the jury. And when this jury is charged, the judge will remind them, you didn't leave your common sense outside the courtroom door. You're going to bring your common sense into the deliberation room, and you will hear, I did him bad. Leave it just the way it was heard and it captured on the recording.
And is the same true in subsequent interviews 2 and 3, that they did not follow up at that point on what they think they may have heard?
So, and let me give you another example that was played out this morning. The defense attorney tried to suggest that the cops were sloppy or incompetent. Why didn't they go to Alex's mother's house? Why didn't they search her mother's house? Well, quite frankly, they didn't search the mother's house because they knew who they were looking at, and they knew that his alibi, his story, or his narrative was inconsistent with the evidence and inconsistent with the facts. Because here's how it would have been spun. If they would have gone to his mother's house, and clearly we would accept, or I will presumably expect that they wouldn't have found anything there, then they will spin it and say, you see, he went to his mother's house, and if he had done this, then you would have found X, Y, and Z. And so therefore, it all makes sense that he's telling the truth. And so you left it alone. You didn't go to his mother's house because there's no truth behind the assertion. This guy has contrived his entire story to try to fit a narrative with respect to that he is not the principal or the sole gunman with respect to being responsible for not only killing his wife and his son. And what I'm saying is the circumstantial evidence that hasn't even really come out yet is going to be so overwhelming to connect him. And the jurors, using their common sense, will connect the dots to understand to only include him as being the sole perpetrator for the 2 murders.
Jonna, I'm focused on some of the evidence gathering, specifically hearing just moments ago that they found Maggie's phone on the side of the road, separate from the crime scene, using Find My iPhone, and that it wasn't put into, new term for me this morning, a Fairday bag, which secures that evidence from any data gathering, fingerprints as well. What do you make of that?
It goes along with the defense theme that this was an unsophisticated and shoddy investigation. And the defense has been doing a very good job of proving that. And I think that also goes along with the fact that the defense is putting forth, like, look, Alex Murdaugh was the only guy in the circle. You never bothered to investigate his story. You never bothered to try to get to the truth. You were looking to find him guilty, and you only searched for evidence that would support that. And you didn't even do a great job at that. The defense is doing a wonderful job of painting that picture for this jury.
I will agree with you both. This is maybe some of the most interesting testimony that we have heard so far. This is day 5 of testimony as the witnesses are taking the stand, talking about the investigative techniques used, the early stages of evidence gathering, and some of these audio phone calls. Criminal defense attorney, legal analyst Jonna Spilbor, as always, thank you for your perspective. Stuart Kaplan, former FBI attorney as well. It's getting much more interesting inside that courtroom this morning. To you both, thanks again. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.